Number two is to the witness.
Yes, sir.
Other than this issue of electronic voting, which we have got other avenues to be able to, confirm, because the speaker had ruled that we'll have an expert. You followed the proceedings in the assembly, in your assembly, and you have also followed the proceedings in this assembly. There are issues that have emerged. Do you feel that those issues, including allegations that you have seen about the misuse of funds, some of the projects that are not done well by the governor, do you feel that those issues are a threshold for impeaching the governor as a member of the county assembly? Do you feel that those issues are, because you haven't responded to any of those issues. I know you're not asked, but because you followed the proceedings then, and you followed the proceedings in this Senate, do you feel that there are issues that warrant the impeachment of the governor?
Thank you.
Senator Mungatana.
I just wanted the council maybe to clarify to us, when that video was being played, the video where 18 people stood up, 18 honorable members of the county assembly stood up, was it before or after the motion on impeachment was passed? Because I want it to be clear to us, if the threshold, there are 47 MCAs, the threshold for 2/3 would be 32. If 18 members stood and said they abstained, it means there were only 29 people who could have voted. So by implication, does it mean that the county assembly processed a motion that had 29 people here, and even then the speaker knew because 18 people stood? I want that clarified so that I'm clear in my mind whether even the speaker knew that 18 people did not vote. Therefore, they were processing the wrong motion to the House. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Enoch.
Mr. Speaker, my question is to Councillor Mutuma. And Councillor Mutuma has been here many times. He is not new to impeachment processes or the goings on in houses of parliament. The only way that the outcome of a vote is known to members is through the declaration of the speaker. If all of us vote and the speaker does not declare the vote, there is no way we can determine the outcome of that vote. My question is, why was it so difficult for the Speaker of the County Assembly to declare the outcome of the voice vote, whichever way? We've seen speakers, and not this one, we've seen speakers when what Mheshimiwa Kamodo called kura ya makelele, people are so loud, and the speaker rules the other way, and that's the ruling of the speaker. Why was it difficult to declare the outcome of the voice vote? I thank you.
Senator Cheranke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to take the witness to, for clarity, Volume 1 on Governance, page 261, paragraph 2. You have given us the digits except the 3. So it means you are not sure. Or are you the one who swore this affidavit? And therefore you want us to believe, number one. Number two, as your counsel inform you the consequences of lying under oath, both legally and traditionally, as a Kipsigis person. Number three, are you aware of data protection, that it is criminal and illegal? So are you ready to be arrested after this? Number 4, to Senior Counsel Katwa Kigen. Were you taking over the proceedings by requesting for question? And on the issue of Katwa, through the speaker, you said you are aware that there will be electronic voting. Who made you aware? And to the witness, you said that the council of the governor directed you to protest. How did you do that? I thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield.
Senator Chute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My question will go to the witness, and I'm really wondering, and I want the witness to tell this Honorable House, if 18 of you have voted that day, would the governor stand impeached today? Thank you.
Senator Tabitha Mutenda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My first question goes to the council. I would like to know how many, Kigen, how many MCAs were present in the chamber during that day of impeachment? To Honorable Kibet, you've indicated that your colleague, Honorable Rogoni, you've been colleagues and you've been friends. Have you ever before recorded any of the conversations that you've had with Honorable Rogoni? And by look of the date of the impeachment, the date was on 15th. But after 8 days is when you decided to go to DCI to record a statement. Why did you have to wait for 1 full week? Were you trying to gather some other evidence so that you can be able to have evidence at this DCI? Lastly, in this chamber, if you'll be able to have access to our desk, we have 3 options of voting: yes, no, and abstain. Standing is not an option for making or casting your vote. Why did you have so much energy to stand up and not concentrate on dialing the correct digit, either yes or no or abstain, so that today you could be able to indicate that this is what you pressed? You've been doing legislation, so you know how to use these gadgets, you know how to do the voting. Why was it so difficult on that day to vote simply yes, no, or abstain? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Lominen.
Thank you, Chair. I want to ask the witness, do you know the meaning, do you understand the word abstain? What does it mean? Abstain.
It's okay. He's going to respond, Senator.
Okay. the other one, Chair, to the council, Kigen. If you know the outcome of the motion did not satisfy, why did the 18 members go to the DCIO instead of going to the court for maybe to seek conservatory orders? Does the DCIO give you conservatory orders?
Senator Okiya Omtata.
Mine is a simple one, because from the look of things, especially from the cross-examination, this case is standing on the meaning of words. And you said a word here that some of the things we are being told have different meanings in mother tongue. And I saw the counsel for the county assembly pressing you on specifics of English words. Even I can see my brother here asking whether you understand what abstain means. Are you in any way informing us that some of the information we are consuming may totally mean something different within the context was being discussed, especially the video, that has been played here so that we get an independent interpreter to let us understand what was being said. Because I don't speak the great language of the Kalenjin. So, but I got concerned about that because it looks like we are trying to turn this case on the meaning of words, and I would learn to maybe be guided by you which specific areas of what we have seen does not communicate what is being indicated in English. Thank you.
Senator Mundigi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the MCA, the time of communication, when you was communicating with other your friend or a certain friends, the voice that he was using like drunken man, and you are sure you was sober. Where was you? Was communicating with him the day or night? And I know because he is your friend. The time he was communicating, he was saying about Rwanda, also about bribing, about 200,000. I'm sure you know where he was and where he was. So it is good to tell us where you was. Thank you.
Senator Boni. Senator Murgo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question goes to the MCA or witness. It seems like this whole group was filled with fear of manipulation and rigging of the vote, or using this strange machine that they are not used to. Where did they get the information that there is going to be a rigging such that rigging fills their minds rather than even seeking to know how to vote? Was there a prior information that somebody spread that there was a plan to rig?
Senator Professor Tom Ojenda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the witness is born out of the affidavit appearing from page 113 to 116. To the witness, please clarify whether in your view, and this I'm sure the advocate will also respond to, an affidavit can be sworn by numerous persons to conform to the last paragraph of belief, conviction, good faith, and that all these members who swear, these deponents, can swear one affidavit on all issues and agree on all issues. Number two, and this is perhaps part of what the previous senators may have asked, whether all these people who have sworn these affidavits, the members, were at the time of voting at the same place, together, in the same state of mind, voting and understanding and having a similar understanding of the electronic voting system, whether they knew they were voting in a similar manner, driven by the same objectives. I need us to address those technical issues because they're important. Senator Chergey asked about false affidavits and the implications. Is there a possibility that this affidavit would therefore be legally and procedural?
Senator Kamar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have just one simple question to the witness. He says he clearly did not want to vote against the governor. Why didn't you vote a strong no?
Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Kigen has been in this Senate before over similar proceedings, and knowing his good name and reputation, he's going to come again and again. Katwa, Parliament, the way Parliament works, even the Speaker has no idea how many members, if he was to ask them to stand, have stood. He then asks the Sergeant at Arms to confirm how many members are standing. Having taken over the power of the Speaker in Kericho illegally, how did you know that 18 MCAs were standing? Something which is clearly against the standing orders, and you want us to make a decision on impeachment based on that either misconduct or misunderstanding. Is it not, Council Kigwa, the case of garbage in, garbage out? You want the Senate to be known for being an institution that uses garbage to produce garbage decisions? My second issue is on the witness. Paul B., when he stood in that video and shouted, "I abstain," we agree. But that only obtains during division on manual voting. That's when you stand and shout one way or the other. So how do you want that shouting to count during electronic voting, where the voting is not by shouting the way Paul B. was shouting?
Witness, you may now proceed to respond to those concerns.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will start responding from what Senator Okech Eddie have asked me about why I didn't want to vote yes to impeach the governor on the allegations or the lead grounds. I contributed in the floor of the House and we dispensed. I personally negated the impeachment motion on one ground, that Honorable Rogoni, the mover of the motion, spoke lie on my word, on something I knew. And that's why I said all these other things will be negated because you have said something I personally knew. Number two, we discussed about these things. I'm lucky to have been a member to the FLOCA committee formed. I'm a member of Environment, so it was a joint committee between Environment and Water. And we visited all the projects initiated by FLOCA. And before the motion or the report on FLOCA and FCDP was tabled before the floor of the House, the impeachment motion was already brought, a notice of motion was already brought containing the allegations in the FLOCA report and FCDP report, which has not yet been tabled in the floor of the House, and it's captured in the motion. So I personally saw some kind of malicious being in that assembly, just like I said before. I knew the operations of that assembly. So I understood that the vote was predetermined and the system was even preset. So I hope Eddie, my good friend, I have answered. My mentor, sorry. Honorable Danson Mungatana asked a question, but the question was directed to council. But Mr. Speaker, you can allow me to touch on this, saying on the chronology of events and what has happened before in our assembly. Way back, and all the members knew about this thing. That has happened before, so we know. And you can allow me to say this, and it will explain much of these questions I'm going to answer. When we were elected and came to the assembly, there were election of the leadership position, majority leader, chief whip, and we had wrangles. We were appearing on television almost every now and then because of poor leadership in the house. In fact, it reached a point where we came to the Arambe House, the office of the deputy president, to discuss about the numbers, since the speaker announced that the majority leader, Honorable Paul Chirchir Tarimbo, is elected by anonymous. And the members who elected Tarimbo were 7 out of 43. So we were at 6 who never elected. We came, and I'm lucky that Honorable Veronica Maina is seated here in this house. She was the presiding officer doing the 8 count to confirm whether that vote was true or wrong. So we know our assembly. Later on November last year, Deputy Speaker was impeached in the floor of the House with less than 30 members, 29 members. So we understand the dynamics in that House. So we know the history. So that's why we opted never to press any button, so that we build our case, so that you, the upper house, the house we respect so much, could help us determine this case. Honorable Chirargei, my neighbor, I'm a Kipsigis, and I've seen Omtata is a Catholic by faith. I'm a staunch Catholic believer, and I don't speak lies. I'm a secretary in my church. My local church must be the Catholic Church. And I'm a strong believer, so I don't lie. So when I took the oath, in fact, I was afraid when some honorable members here, or the witnesses here, speak lies without blinking their eyes. Then I was wondering, if this is if a person can stand here taking an oath and continuing even to say that I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, of which I was confirming now, then if the Senate could forgive that person, even if the voters could forgive that person, if the people in the public could forgive that person, isn't that a blasphemy? So I personally, I don't want to speak lies. I'm speaking the truth, and that's why I know. So, Honorable Chirargei, for avoidance of doubt, I'm speaking the truth. To Tapita, I hope I've answered your question, because we never voted. If now that we never touched, in fact, if the whole clip can be shown there, it can show that I personally, I had no phone. In fact, I was raising my hands for avoidance of doubt. If they can play there, I was raising my hands. But again, my vote was captured that I voted yes. So it beats logic. Suppose now I had gone to the gadget and pressed yes on already manipulated votes. I don't know. So we intentionally avoided, because we understand the malice, we understood the malice in the house. Senator to Senator, I'm sorry, I forgot the name, saying that we signed an affidavit, numerous persons to sign an affidavit is in order. I think this is the second time I'm signing an affidavit with more than one person. We have an affidavit of land case issues, and we were signing more than 4 family members. So I don't know whether this is illegal when it comes to the impeachment of governor, or is it because that one I signed, and we signed as a team. So this one, we had a common cause, and the common cause is the introduction of new voting machine through new voting through electronic voting. Sorry. Muku Richa said it's like you were prepared, you were filled with fear. In our county assembly, we have people who are active on social media, And when they post anything, we don't take it for granted. And you can allow me to say this. Somebody once said that when a blind person, okay, and I'm sorry, when a blind person tells you that he is going to throw a stone to you, don't ignore. Because she or he will not get time to look for the stone. He must be stepping on the stone. Now, when the members, Tarimbo, I think, Paul Chirchir, said in the floor of the House that out of the 18 members who were in the governor's camp are going to vote yes to this impeachment. Then we knew these are cooked results, it's already rigged. In fact, he has a determination even before he started voting. So we know our house. So there are people who gives us information in that house even before it's brought to the floor of the House. I don't know if there is a question. Yeah, pardon?
Proceed, witness. You're done?
Okay, that day we were...
Honorable senators, don't engage the witness directly. If your issue has not been addressed, you capture the attention of the chair.
Okay.
Witness, if you're done, you can yield
that
so that
day,
we make progress.
Okay, thank you. That day, we were 47 members in the House, all of us. But 18 of us never voted.
Laura, I'll take two, Senator Christo Lasige.
Oh yes, sorry, with your permission. And your
Just hold